heart of Compton.
We can go through any hood.
Danny has my horse ready.
His name is Papa.
You're all teachers. Why are you doing this too?
It's a passion, man.
The streets raised us, but the horses saved us.
I could race you too.
Want to race? You won the award this year? Yeah.
They're getting closer to the $1 million.
It's a lot of work, but if you really love something, you have to reach for it.
I went all in. Check this out. Daniel, you're the Kevin Costner of Compton.
Hey, you know Kevin Costner from Compton.
I think it's a good mix of people.
You know the pistachio?
What's up with the graffiti? Is that a gang or what is that?
Some people just want to wear a cowboy.
And that's okay too, you know?
Yeah.
Do you dream every day of, say, I want to live on a ranch way up in Montana? 99% of Los Angeles has no clue that this culture exists. The over 1 hour long director's cut version of this video is posted on my Patreon page. The link is below in the description. Good morning, guys. Greater Los Angeles, over 18.5 million people in this massive basin. Pretty much every culture, every type of lifestyle is here, including cowboys. And I'm not talking about near the mountains on the periphery of the city. I'm talking about cowboys smack in the middle of Compton. So let's go meet these guys. I don't know how they're doing it. Cowboying in Compton. Let's do this. Here we are, guys, Compton, South Central. You guys told me to come in the back here. And we have a German that's looking friendly. That's a good sign. Hector,
Hey, Peter.
this is the pad.
Yep, this is it. Got a lot more to see on that end.
All right, so it rained last night quite a bit. And just to refresh us all, we're in the heart of Compton. Rogelia, right?
Yes, sir. What's up, Peter? How you doing?
Good.
Welcome.
Johan.
Johan, all right.
In the community here of Richland Farms, I think there's about 400 homes. It's the only place in all of LA County that's zoned for agriculture, so you can have your horses, your cows, and you won't find that anywhere else in LA County.
You're all teachers, right?
Yes.
So why are you doing this too?
It's a passion, man.
It's a passion.
It really is. It comes from a passion. That's Rubio, by the way, if you want to meet Rubio.
Rubio?
He's been with me for 4 years now. He's the first horse I officially own.
Okay.
And we're hoping that through the work we do here, you know, as Connecting Compton, we're able to create those opportunities, you know?
And Connecting Compton, which just gave me this awesome hat, what we're gonna get into today.
Yeah.
Well, we'll learn along the way today.
Yeah.
But the basic nuts and bolts of it is helping kids who might not have a great outlet
Yes.
find a passion or meaning in ranching or horses or cowboy. Is that do I got that right?
Yes, of course. We want to be able to give these kids, you know, the youth a purpose. A lot of times they find themselves lost, and hopefully we're able to, you know, help with that.
Okay.
And also involve them in a community that is very so limited. So if we're able to, you know, pay that forward, you know, we're doing our little part.
Okay, so 99% of Los Angeles has no clue that this culture exists, probably. right?
I would say that confidently.
Are we hitting the streets, guys?
Of course, man.
We're hitting the concrete.
That's what we got right here, Compton.
I'm interested to see how this plays out.
Because we don't get a lot of water here, or enough water, we don't see a lot of puddles, and so oftentimes they're bomb-proof when it comes to cars, ice cream trucks, loud noises, whatever, dirt bikes. Then they see some puddles, and they're like, what is that, you know?
Okay, so totally urban horses.
Yeah.
Snow would freak them out.
They would get scared, of course. They would get scared of the things that, you know, maybe others are accustomed to.
But they're okay with cherry bomb exhaust systems.
They're okay with
in loud bass.
stuff, you know?
Okay, Tupac with the subwoofers, no problem. Just another day riding horses in Compton.
This neighborhood is different than all of LA because horses naturally, just for whatever reason, just calm everything. Kids will come running out of the houses, come say hi.
Oh,
If there's
right.
gang beef, we can go through any hood in Compton. Is no problem because obviously you're just on the horses. People want to come see the horses. People ask if I can jump on for a photo. So it's all good.
So the horse diffuses any heavy energy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
definitely.
cool. Danny has my horse ready.
That's it.
Here we go. I told the guys I don't ride horses.
His name is Papas.
Papas?
Yeah, that's his name.
I don't ride horses, so they're like, we can get you a bike. So if I never have kids, this is the reason why after today. All right, you guys ready?
Dominguez owns the majority of the land in Southern California, and in agreement with Redmond Compton, they created a deal that this stays zoned agricultural because it was actually one of the best spots across the space. It had farms, it had a water well, it still has its own natural water well. It's a really nicely developed city, but unfortunately, it's gone unmaintained for decades.
So that water well belonged to this community. So the city made a deal that if you notice, there's no sidewalks.
Okay.
So they were gonna upgrade our streets, put horse signs, sidewalks, if we would unite this water well with the city. They did it, and guess what? We don't have sidewalks.
I see a lot of smiles, but does anyone get pissed off with you guys riding horses around?
No. You know what though? There's like more in the main streets, there is people who are very disrespectful. This street right now, Greenleaf, you know how it's a fast street?
Yeah.
They literally try to scare you with their car. At nighttime is dangerous because there's no lights or signals that you're riding a horse, so they can't really see you.
Do you ride at nights?
Yeah, we do.
One of the bad things though is that, I don't know if you've seen it, but they do street takeovers with cars, fast cars.
I've seen those, yeah.
They do them over here. So they do them in these intersections, and the city and the sheriffs really haven't had a really great response to it. And so
They just let them go these days?
it's just untouched at this point.
Oh,
it's
God.
it's deemed too risky for them to actually go in. We ride our horses around town. We have our families out. We have kids out. Kids that are just 5, 6 already on horseback. And unfortunately, the city of Compton doesn't have a strong relationship with the sheriff's department right now. And so
There's beef between the two.
there's beef. And I don't know if the defund the police thing had anything to do with it, but we've seen less presence of police out since.
Do people here want more cops or less?
Depends who you ask. If
Okay.
you ask an older person, they're gonna want more police. If you're gonna ask a teen, they're gonna say less.
Right.
But in general, there's already a really low presence of police here. Not that it's needed. It's safe and chill.
It's safe. You're telling me Compton's safe.
This part
This part.
for us on horseback.
So even Compton itself, regions within it can be totally different from one part to the next.
Yeah, because I don't think people know how big Compton is. Compton, Long Beach, these are huge cities. There's pockets of Compton that have really nice homes, the residents, and everyone takes care of their lawns and properties. But they're obviously treated differently by the city. So,
Thank you, ma'am. She's loving it.
yeah.
She was all smiles.
Yeah. Check out the artwork on your left-hand side.
The artwork where? Oh yeah, cool. So it's just really embedded in the culture here.
It's just what it is, yeah.
So what's the ethnic makeup of Compton these days?
Majority, like off of the census, it was over a 70% Latino Hispanic in the city of Compton,
More than black.
more than black folks. And it's just a working class environment here in Compton. What we've seen in the community here in Richland Farms. And so a lot of the people here, obviously work all week, may have Saturday and Sunday off, and then they get to spend it with their families, with their horses, with their animals, and then get right back to the grind and get to work.
What's he doing? He's flexing a little bit. He does, yeah. That was a good old man joke. He's got more horsepower.
Yeah.
He's flexing. So how much are one of these homes, guys?
So,
in
if
the
this
neighborhood?
wasn't in Richland Farms, this house would cost, the house itself for the square footage would roughly be around the 500. But in Richland Farms, because you have the agricultural zoning and you have the more space, they're getting closer to the $1 million. These here, they're sitting on more than maybe about a third of an acre and more.
Yeah, from a third and up.
And they're $1 million. They're now hitting $1 million. We had one that just sold for 9.
So if people have their mortgages paid off, everyone's a millionaire in here.
It's not really that. You really have a lot of humble people living here.
Well, they're only a millionaire when they cash out.
Our group has made sure that, hey guys, do not sell your property. Be part of its growth. We want to improve it because, you know, we want to have something nice for ourselves too out here.
So there's a big challenge with trying to preserve this culture here and keeping it going the next generations.
Most definitely.
Yeah, the few times I've been to Compton, what I really dig, you know, apart from the sirens and, you know, the things Compton is known for, is the community. Everyone seems very cool. Like, neighbors seem to know neighbors. I'm sure there's all sorts of problems like anywhere, but I don't know. It's just always been not a bad vibe.
Gracias.
What are you getting out of that? Just riding the streets? Is it like camaraderie with your bros? Is it just like chill time, or what is it?
I think more than anything, as an independent or individual, it's a connection between you and the horse. You know, everybody needs to meditate. Everybody needs to kind of like wind down and find something that's comfortable for them. You know, and and find ways to like take a step back from the world in general. And horses are the one, you know, that's what it is for me. Who doesn't like riding horses?
Me. Yeah, I'm the one guy. Sorry, man. Hey, but bikes are the bikes are that same therapy for me.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, I love riding bikes. I always have.
Yeah.
So similar thing. Everyone needs that outlet, right?
We all do. Mental health is big nowadays, you know, and oftentimes, like for example, I don't think I can be that person to go and see a therapist, but I get what I need. I feel like I get what I need from the horses. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's different for everyone.
What do you guys think of the horses in the neighborhood? Is that cool?
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Ya nos hizo buena promoción
Oh,
aquí.
pues por eso venimos para acá, pues uno que es de aquí de Redmond.
Nora, you want to ride the horse? Are you ready?
Ay, no ahorita, no yet.
Mañana.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Nora, you got anything to say?
¿Algo que le quiera decir a la cámara?
Oh, pues saludos a todos y aquí los esperamos con mucho gusto.
Gracias. Hasta luego, Nora. The horse is the ultimate diffuser.
It really is.
She saw the horse. She's all smiles.
It breaks barriers.
But maybe that moment ends here soon.
Oh, that's one.
It's fertilizer.
It's funny because that's one of the biggest pushbacks we get.
Is the poop.
Oh, it's poop. Come on, guys. The poop itself dissipates. It's there now. It won't be there, you know, later in the evening.
Daniel, what's up with the graffiti? Is that a gang or what is that?
Honestly, I don't recognize I don't recognize the game.
You're desensitized to it. You're to the point where you can't don't even. We're out of that age range too. I think when you're in high school, you gain a knowledge of all that, where to be, where not to be, and we're not in that space. You know?
Do you feel like the Bloods and Crips are still a real big thing out here, or it's pretty strong still?
It's still a thing.
It's not a thing for us in our community, for the Mexican ranchero community here, but our friends, we hear about it, social media. Someone's dying on a weekly basis, and it's like, dang, it's crazy.
But you guys, they're doing their thing, you're doing your thing.
Yeah, it's separate. It's separate. They respect the whole like lifestyle, the horses.
Daniel, do you ever ride with cyclists, or is this a first?
I think this is my first time. I could race you too if you like.
Want to race?
Want to try it down the street?
Let's do it.
Let's go. We'll just do a little
A
yalla.
sprint? I'm a little scared to hammer on this bike.
There goes the chain. I think I beat Peter right now. I think I beat Peter.
I think I would have won, man.
Childhood memories, man. Look at you. Putting the chain back on the bike.
Of course. All right, guys, hard to convey into words, but this place has a feel like nowhere else in the world. Nowhere that I've seen. And it just wouldn't be able to be recreated anywhere else. The different cultures mixed in, the Southern California climate, the randomness of the ice cream truck. And this is what I say in so many of my videos. What a crazy country, right? Just even in the city alone in Los Angeles, Most people here have never come to this part of the city. You have different worlds within the city, and then you start going to the far outreaches of the country. That could be somewhere in Alaska, or Florida is a different world from here, or the Northeast, and there's just so much operating in one country. So it gets me fired up on this content, to be honest. So let's get back to it.
¿Me da un cono ¿tiene de pistacho? Sí, por favor.
So guys, as a non-cowboy like myself and someone who's not gonna ride a horse, I would think you guys would be craving to be in that Yellowstone environment. Do you dream every day of, say, oh, I want to live on a ranch way up in Montana, away from people, tons of land? Is that something you want, or you love it here too much?
Not me.
Not you? Okay.
I personally would, you know, but there's that inner city, you know, and then just growing up in the city that kind of makes it a little bit difficult because at the end of the day, you're so used to a certain lifestyle, and if we're able to have the best of both worlds, you know, even better.
Our project is evident of that. Like, we want to create spaces so that we can have our horses run out, enjoy themselves, live a happier life. And in the current situation, we're out in the concrete, on the pavement, around the cars.
How about you, Daniel?
Well,
You wouldn't get that service in Montana.
no, you wouldn't. My experience here is I had it here in the city. So like my family migrated here. They bought their home here in Richmond Farms. So luckily I was able to learn all their traditions and they preserve their culture here. So I think it's any cowboy's dream to live in Montana or Wyoming and have all that property and the ranching style life there with cattle and the drives alone and the scenery. But I guess we're Californians, man. We're from LA, so we love it here. Like we have the beach, we have snow, we have everything here.
It's January.
Yeah. And we're not dealing with some crazy weather either. So I think it's awesome that we're able to do this here and that the city of Compton has this area that we could pretty much live off our land.
So if you guys rode these horses over into Torrance or wherever else, Inglewood, with the law, would the police mess with you? Would there be a problem?
That's a good question.
I haven't heard of anyone, and every once in a while I do see people out in the outskirts riding horses. In the city that I grew up in Lenox, we had the Cinco de Mayo parade, tons of horses, and those people that are riding are sometimes from here. So I see it all over, and I don't think that the cops make an issue about it in general.
Okay, if you rode into downtown Los Angeles.
Is that all right? Be careful.
Oh.
Yeah, just
Wow, that's the urban challenge.
Yeah.
So if you rode into downtown Los Angeles,
Yeah. We have a buddy that likes to get out there. He gets his trailer and he goes everywhere, and he'll go to downtown. He'll go to spots with the nightlife, and he'll go out, and he's never had any issues.
all right, guys. So what's this here? What's going on?
This is known as the Compton Campfire Site. It's goes unused at the moment, and it's gone like that for a couple years. Connecting Compton's working on a really big mission to build an equestrian center on a former landfill that's just about a mile from here. But in the immediate, we'd like to offer, and we are planning on offering services this year. We're educators, the three of us went to school together, we graduated together, we're all teachers, and we want to focus on our students with special needs and offer horse therapy. And we've asked the city, we want to potentially start negotiating on either the purchase or lease of this space so that we can start programming. We want to also open up a rodeo team, and we have Trey Hosley. He's Compton's rodeo champion. He's working very hard. We also have other people that are striving for that, but he's going to be our coach. We're also going to start a charro program, and we're also going to start a folklorico team.
What's a charro program?
So go ahead. You could explain a little bit more about the charro program.
The sport of charreria is actually the Mexican traditional sport of Mexico.
Okay.
And they focus more on roping. They do a lot of tricks off of ropes, and it's a lot of horse etiquette and horse training too. So there's just different categories.
Do you guys want just Mexicans or Latinos, or all kids here? What's the goal?
We're very much about servicing everyone that's interested in learning more about horses. Like, for example, here in the community of Compton, it's easily over 70% of Latinos that represent Compton, but we'll have African Americans here. We have Polynesians. We have the second largest population of Samoans here in the city of Compton.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we have Filipinos. We have all people of all backgrounds. We want people to be able to come by, boys, girls, open to families, children, and we're doing this for free for the children.
Who owns this now? The city?
The city of Compton.
And it's just sitting here doing nothing. So the horses never really fully get to run, like full speed.
We do on the actual channel trail, but since it rains so much, we already know the condition of them. They're gonna be really muddy. And Hector almost died about a year ago because his horse got stuck, fell over, and thanks to the little fence, managed to not fall into the canal.
Oh, this mud, right?
Wow, pretty bad.
Yeah, that's serious. Like so many of these days, I wake up not knowing the mission at hand, like a rough outline. Let's go shoot some cowboys in Compton. And then the adventure unfolds. And so all this info is new to me, just like it is to you guys. We learn something together. That's the really cool thing about this, is we get into a different lifestyle that we would never see for the most part, unless really actively looking for it like I do with this channel. There's always something to be learned from everybody. All right, I'm about to have a mud butt here, but we made it. That was easy. Is this your restaurant, Mr. Cliff?
Yes, it is.
Oh, great. How long have you been here?
Since '92.
How's it going?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm the burrito king.
Burrito King.
Yes, sir. Any kind of burrito you want, I have it.
So, Mr. Cliff, you have multiple businesses in Compton?
Well, I've had multiple business.
Okay.
I've been in business since 1975.
What's your advice to the young people, let's say?
Be willing to work. Be honest. Get you a good product and stick with it. Don't mind working. If you don't mind working, you can be in business. But if you don't mind working, don't go in business.
So even Compton right now, in these times, you're saying plenty of opportunity?
So lots of opportunities. You just have to find what your niche is. Whatever you're good at. I mean, if you're good at making a hamburger, then that's what you do. If you do that, then you'll never work a day in your life. Every day you come out, you're good at taking pictures, doing
This is what I love. This is what I love. It took me a while to find it, though. It didn't come easily. How are you with the horses coming up?
I love it. I love the community. I've been out here since 1971.
Very solid community in Compton.
Yes, it is.
Everyone sort of gets along. Obviously, there's violence and crime, but there's a good
And the violence and crime is not that prevalent. People think it is because that's what the media.
It's not like the 90s, right?
No, it's not like the 80s and the 90s.
That was pretty hardcore,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good. We got past that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to also get past this. You know,
There's a little spike right now.
it's a little spike right now, but it's going to be okay. Like I said, I've been in business since 1975, and I haven't had a problem.
Never.
I've never had a problem. I thank God for that. I thank the community for that. They respect me. I put out a good product. I treat everybody fair. And I try to keep it a clean, friendly place.
Mr. Cliff, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Compton is 70% Latino now, right? Something like that?
I would go so far to say 80%.
How is the relations between everyone?
I think it's a good mix of people, and it's going to get better. You know, we just have to learn to understand that we all want the same things. We all want to raise our kids. We all want to have a spot, have a job. We want to have a home. We all want the same thing. We're the same people.
And a good burrito.
And a good burrito.
You gotta get one of our Soul Man burgers.
Oh, okay. Next time.
High link pastrami, ground beef patty, about that tall. That'll be good for you. So let's get it a try.
I went all in. Check this out. The full fish meal. Yeah. What are you ladies getting?
We getting a corn asada burrito.
You won the award this year?
No.
Yeah. I got Husband of the Year award. I won Husband of the Year, so my wife said, for a day. Can I film your t-shirt? That's awesome.
Okay, I like
I mean,
that one.
you guys-
Jesus.
You guys got some T-shirts over
I
here,
like
huh?
that one. Where you get that one from? I'm just gonna have to copy
Christmas
you.
gift.
Okay.
This is Mr. Cliff's special fish plate.
Yep.
Nice flaky fish. Look at that. Medley of vegetables, some beans.
Just ham right there.
Some real food, man.
Solid Mr. Cliff soul food.
That's it. Right here in a nice space, right here in Compton.
So I was asking Hector in the shop a bit ago about what's the deal with horses? Like, what do you get out of it? And he came up with it's sort of like a meditation. It's sort of like therapy. What do you guys get out of it, riding horses?
When I first got on a horse, I learned with a buddy of mine that trains horses, but he put me on a bucket bronco. So immediately my first class was the hardest thing you could do on a horse. And immediately, because I managed to stay on, I had a different level of confidence moving forward, like in general.
In life.
In life, because I managed to stay on. I've taken that same mindset for a lot of things, like, you know. But the horse, what I've learned is, depending on how you're feeling, they're gonna reflect that same energy.
Okay.
So if I feel afraid about something, their behavior's gonna show it. But if I feel brave about it, it's just like a big mirror now, and it's helped me recognize myself a bit.
Interesting. What about you, Daniel?
So I was pretty much born into the lifestyle. We all have our problems in life, job, and everything. So once you get on your horse, you're just in a different mindset. You forget about everything. When we did our event out in Cayenta, they asked us a question: what does it mean for you to be a cowboy? Everybody on the panel, all the cowboys and cowgirls that were there present, had a similar answer. There's dignity in the life that you live, work ethic, you know, and family over anything, you know. And you don't have the give up attitude. You can't give up when you're with a horse. When you're with the animals, you can't give up.
Yeah.
You give up, that's it. You're never getting anything done. And so the mentality of like just pushing forward regardless of what comes in front of you, that's definitely one of those things that you get to live and learn when you are a part of the lifestyle, you know? A lot of responsibility too. Like my parents always, as a kid, they used to always tell me, rain or shine, you have to be out there. And they used to always tell me, the animals eat first before you.
Okay.
So horses don't feed themselves, you know? Like they don't have hands, so you know the animals don't feed themselves. So you have to go feed them first, then you sit down and enjoy your dinner or whatever you have to do. Man, it's a lot of responsibility. If animals talked, man, that'd be amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Good, man.
You know?
How do you enjoy it?
I'll hold on to your horse and you go get
What's your name?
Yeah, can you give me a follow on that?
Joshua.
Nice to meet you.
You too, Joshua.
Yes, sir.
How long has your son been a cowboy for?
On his life.
From day one.
Since I was day one, I was born ready.
You were born ready.
Yeah. People that are not from Compton, they always say, oh, Compton's all about gang violence and everything. But like, if you look at us, look what we're doing right now. You know what I mean?
You live in Compton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you're not feeling the gang culture, you're feeling the cowboy culture.
The streets raised us, but the horses saved us. So. Chris Cox, have you heard the name?
No.
He's a very, very, very famous wrangler, professional wrangler. He actually invited me to his ranch for 2 weeks in Wyoming, and he's like professional, and I just been going ever since.
You've been going up to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Hold this horse for me? No, hold on, keep that.
What do you think of the day in, day out of being a cowboy, all the work that it takes?
It's a lot of work, but if you really love something, you have to reach for it, you know what I mean? And cowboys, they love their work, and not even cowboys, but cowgirls especially, and I love what I do, you know what I mean? And I just gotta reach for it, I gotta stay for it. And if like, work at the end of the day, you're tired. At the next morning, the roosters crow, you come right back up and do the same thing.
Josh is one of those kids that you know they're gonna accomplish big things in their life. Like Josh
there
just
he
has
is.
such a great character.
He's standing up.
He's the little cowboy out here.
So did you get him into this as his father, or you?
What I did was we bought him a Woody PJ, like Toy Story,
Okay.
and he was like, I'm a cowboy. He wore that day and night, and then he just started riding.
Now he's hanging out on ranches in Wyoming in the summers.
Yes, sir.
That's your buddy on the dirt bike?
Yeah, I know.
What were you saying about Arabic? You speak a little Arabic?
No, I just know a little bit of stuff, just here and there. I try to know a little bit of each other languages. You never know where the job takes you. You gotta follow it. You know?
Where the job takes you. You ready for that?
Oh yeah, I've been ready. I'm already hitting it. Like, people are like already getting jobs, like as in and out around 18 by law, 16, something like that. A cowboy, if you're really into it and you really know what you're doing, you can start at the age of 6. If I needed to and get a job, I could go to 15 ranches.
15 ranches?
15.
Across the U.S.?
Across the U.S.
Yes, leave your legs open. Get a little closer. That's fine. Now just hold it right there. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
You're getting back.
You gotta work them.
So the horse didn't like you people.
Yeah, restless. I've noticed that whenever I lend my horse to anyone else, once I get her back, her energy's a little bit different, maybe a little upset.
So he's just bringing his horse back in the mold there.
Right, so what he's doing some of the basic controls, turning left, turning right, going in circles, sprinting and stopping. And so reminding them who's boss. So in that moment, you have to make sure the horse, if they want to turn left, and it was their ultimate decision, you got to stop them and make sure you remind them that you're managing where we're going.
Daniel, you're the Kevin Costner of Compton.
Hey, you know Kevin Costner from Compton.
Come on.
Not lying to you.
Kevin Costner was born here?
Yep, and went to school in Linwood.
Learn something new every day. Daniel is saying Kevin Costner is from Compton.
George W. Bush, when he was a kid, lived in the Santa Fe apartments.
Oh yeah, there's a call to action. Mr. Costner, we'd love to speak to you, man. We'd love to let you know what our plans here in the city.
You need Costner to come down here.
We'd love to have Costner on board.
Is he an inspiration to Cowboys?
100%, well, especially with the whole Yellowstone and all his movies in the past and everything. I think he's cemented a picture of what a cowboy is, and I think he lives up to that.
Yeah, Yellowstone is really good.
What he recently did for Cowboys, for the culture, blew it up to the point where everybody wants to be a cowboy.
Okay, so that's not fading away. But do they want to be a cowboy the day in, day out of being a cowboy?
Well, that's where it gets. That's where you're gonna lose the ones that are not fit for it. You know. So,
some people just wouldn't want to wear a cowboy hat.
And that's okay too. You know.
Yeah.
That's okay too. At the end of the day, those true cowboys, the ones that are putting on a line on a daily basis, they also want to, need to be recognized. And if we have other people that are interested in the lifestyle and they get to just be spectators, why not?
Let's go. We're gonna get a football game going with you guys one of these days, right?
Okay.
Have you guys ever ridden a horse?
No.
Would you guys be down to ride a horse? Not today, but just in general. Yeah?
He's only gonna lick you.
Okay, so this is the dream.
I can already see it. Community center, pavilion, the Equine Center on that side.
So
with
on the right will be an open
round
paddock
square
picnic
thing.
area for street vendors.
And then where can you ride the horses?
So in the middle section would be where we will offer the programs, horse therapy, rodeo programs for the youth.
After we planned about like, hey, we should do this. We should really, put our money behind it and figure it out. Danny and I were standing right over there. We were looking into it. And by chance, a man drove over, and gave us a ton of info on the lot. It was it came out of the heavens.
It was a landfill, and now this is your guys' dream.
It's from trash to treasure. Yeah, it's 18 acres unused. It's gone like this for decades. And so we just want the city of Compton to, hey guys, we want to clean this up and want to build an equestrian center. And we've been doing that for a little bit more than 3 years now, into our 4th year.
We need words to turn into action. That's really what it is, because it's a lot of, Yeah, we're here with you guys, but are you really? Because at the end of the day, nothing gets done. So let's just turn words into actions. And for the people who are going to be watching, you know, your video, we're going to start a fundraising campaign, and hopefully, you know, they can...
Link down below. You'll have a website for us to go to?
Yeah.
Okay, we can find out more information.
Yeah,
we can,
our website to learn more about exactly our work and our mission.
And the last words from Big Man. You want to see this project started? What do you think?
Yeah, I just thought it was an amazing idea, and I just can't wait for it to happen. We need donations, everything we can to possibly make this happen for the community and all the community of the horsemanship, and never know. Maybe this will be like the best thing everybody will see in Compton, except for the gang violence, you know what I mean?
All right, guys, Connecting Compton, check out their website here. And I want to close on one big observation from today. Outside of the amazing thing that they're trying to accomplish in this city, the fact that you can never really label a place fully. Everything has a stereotype to some degree, and it's easy to label things, but who knew this world exists here? Cowboys living in Compton, trying to expand on what they're doing and bring young people into it. It's quite impressive. It just shows you that people are living their dreams everywhere, and you never know what you'll find once you start digging into a place. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Until the next one.